every 0.8 seconds, up to 5 powerful spurts. Once this specific physical sequence begins, the human ejaculation reflex takes over entirely. It becomes a completely involuntary, unstoppable physical action. But to understand how the body reaches that climax, we have to look at the fleeting seconds just before the point of no return. What exactly is happening inside the tissue? Most of us understand the basics of human reproduction, yet we often overlook the complex maze of internal high-pressure chambers and the lightning-speed brain impulses required to make it happen. Today, we are going to decode the exact anatomy of an erection, reveal the identical biology shared between sexes, and expose what this localized vascular system tells us about your overall lifespan. Understanding how these nerves and blood vessels coordinate is a necessary step toward monitoring your own biological health. Let's look at the anatomy. Physical arousal does not actually begin in the reproductive organs. Triggered by mental or sensory stimulation, the process starts in the brain. Electrical impulses travel downward from the brain, shooting along the spinal cord until they arrive at a localized network of pelvic nerves. This diagram isolates the corpora cavernosa, dense vascular chambers sitting empty. Nerve signals command the tissue to relax, pulling a massive high-pressure blood surge into these spaces. The surrounding tunica albuginea membrane then clamps down like a sealed vault, trapping the blood. While this is often discussed in a male context, the female clitoris operates using the same anatomical hardware. It relies on the identical type of erectile tissue, filling with blood and expanding under pressure. Regardless of sex, physical arousal is a precise application of localized high-pressure hydraulic engineering. As physical tension escalates and that pressure holds, what internal trigger actually initiates the final release? There is a critical threshold. When sexual excitement peaks, conscious thought gets bypassed, and the central nervous system seizes complete control of the local muscles. In this schematic pathway, the vas deferens forcefully contracts, pushing sperm toward the base. Simultaneously, the prostate and seminal vesicles inject secretions to formulate semen. At climax, base muscles involuntarily contract every 0.8 seconds, expelling fluid in powerful spurts. This explosive climax marks the completion of a synchronized, involuntary neurovascular takeover. Zooming out, this diagram maps a wide view of the entire human circulatory system. It shows the major arterial pathways connecting the heart to the lower extremities. What happens to this delicate hydraulic machinery when vascular health degrades from poor diet or stress? When cholesterol and plaque buildup damage arteries, they physically block these narrow branches. The high-pressure blood surge simply cannot get through to fill the downstream chambers. This means erectile dysfunction and the loss of genital sensation are rarely isolated reproductive issues. Because the localized blood vessels in the reproductive organs are incredibly small, they are usually the very first to clog. When they fail, they act as an early physical alarm for systemic heart issues. The equation is simple. If your blood is struggling to flow to your reproductive organs, it is already struggling to flow to your heart. The solution is cardiovascular maintenance. Fueling your body with proper nutrition and consistent daily exercise keeps these intricate biological pathways clear and responsive well into your later years. Your sexual health is a direct mirror of your overall biological longevity. Protect your cardiovascular system and make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep decoding the medical science behind your everyday life.